when that red got that pop. Yeah. It's different. One more.
Come on, ladies! Let's work! You good? Come on. Lock in.
What's up, guys? Marcellus Williams, aka TheSwolefessor, here to educate you on health and social well-being. Welcome to episode 6 of the essence of powerlifting. The prep series leading into the Lone Star Strength Classic that will be at this point 4 weeks out, May 25th, at my home gym, Lone Star Strength in Saginaw, Texas. We got a lot to talk about. Actually, you know what? Not even really. There is definitely a lot to talk about. We're gonna actually keep this short. We're gonna try to keep this like 5 minutes or less. I'm not even gonna hold y'all, man. This wasn't 5 minutes. It's about like, 9 minutes, know what I mean? What can I say, man? Your boy's a professional yapper. I had some stuff to get y'all caught up on, and that's what I did. But man, I'm all about honesty and transparency, and I don't want y'all thinking I tried to lie to you, so you've been warned. First of all, you guys saw at the start of this video, man. My week 2, actually. Tomorrow is my week 4. So it's a little bit of a time gap between the start of this video and where we are now. But you guys saw my week 2. I was in Atlanta for Collegiate Nationals, handling 3 of my clients. Shout out to them. Very, very proud of them. Bork, Mitch, Spencer. Man, I'm proud of y'all because all 3 of them came in and showed out with either PR totals and or podium positions. So it was a really good showing. And you guys can see I was training at the gym called DNA Strength, which was awesome. My first time being there. The gym's only been open since November of 2023. So it's only been open a few months. And you can never tell because like just the energy, the atmosphere, the community that has been built by the owner, shout out to the owner, Alex, is fantastic. Like I really, really enjoyed my time there. And like so much so to where like I would go back to Atlanta just to train there again. Like that's how much I enjoyed my time. You can always tell it's a good gym when you walk in and the energy is just right. Like the music's good. Everyone is like, like they're socializing, but not like in a passive way, but like, they're talking in between their sets and hyping each other up for big sets. When someone has a big set, everyone kind of stops and watches. And I love that. I love that type of just supportive community in powerlifting. So it's really, really cool to see that and to see what he's done in such a relatively short time. And, if you're in the Atlanta area, I highly suggest you check out DNA Strength because it was awesome. You guys could see like, Dan Howe was there, big deadlift. Aiden was there, big deadlift. And I had myself a very, very good week 2 session. Nothing crazy to note other than the fact that like, if you guys watched my last YouTube video, which wasn't a prep series video, but just me reviewing the advanced shoes versus stoic shoes, you guys were able to see that I am still back to squatting in the ones for my squat. It just feels better for me. It feels better on my back as far as like the position I'm in when I'm in the hole is best in the ones. Like I said, it's that balance between the flat and the heel, no matter how good another shoe feels as far as the foot itself and the rooting, the ones are just better for me as far as my back. So that's what I'm sticking with. But still using the advances for like, bench, deadlift, because it feels great for those. But you guys can see I hit a 490 squat, and then I had just my 4x3 back down sets, which you guys know before I had like a 2x3 heavier back downs, then 2x3 lighter back downs, and now it's just 4x3 back downs. Main reason for that being is since we're pushing the intensity more on the secondary day, we don't need as much on that primary day. So 4x3 back downs. Then I hit 341 pounds on bench, smooth, easy back downs after that. And then I had my 540 deadlift single, nice and easy. And then I had what's typically my 3x1 made a 1x3 because I was trying to get and get out so I could get to handling my client for that evening. And everything went really, really well. And things were smooth sailing. If you guys recall from last episode, last episode of the prep series, I talked about how we're not really trying to make changes. We feel like we found the formula that works and we just need to like keep things trending. And I really wish that was the case because I really don't like having to keep making changes, especially this close to the meet. But unfortunately, we realized this past weekend that we really don't have a choice because for the first time ever this past weekend, I had a week 3 that felt worse than the week 2. That has never happened. Week 2s have always been the worst feeling week, no matter what my block layout is, what the structure is, the volume. Week 2 is always the worst feeling week for me because it's like week 1, yeah, I come in feeling fatigued from the final, like the week 4 of the previous block, but my fitness is still pretty high. My fatigue is just also high. We get to the week 1, the fatigue goes down, fitness gets lower. So in week 2, things don't feel as beat up, but I just don't feel strong, right? But then I feel really good week 3, and then I feel really good week 4. That's how it's always been. Even on the 3 blocks, same thing, where it's like, week 2 feels then I show up big week 3. That did not happen this past weekend. I felt awful on this week 3. So mind you, this past weekend, I only went up to a 507 squat. So a very small bump from the 490 from week 2 and 2.5 less than what I did on my week 3 last block. And it felt awful. Went to 352 on bench, which is just a 5 kilo bump from what I did last week. And also 2.5 less than what I did on this week last block. Felt awful. Deadlift, 551. The smallest jump I've made from week 2 to week 3 in a long time. Very, very small 5 kilo bump from what I did last week to this week, and then 10 kilos less than what I did on this week last block. And it felt awful. So at this point, we're like, okay, something's off, something's missing. We have to change something. So this time, didn't really get upset, didn't get angry, didn't get frustrated. Kind of just gave Brad the feedback he needed to give, that he needs to hear, and so he can make whatever adjustments he needs to. I'm at a point where there's no time to be upset, there's no time to be frustrated, no time to beat myself up. I got to vent in my last video. That's done. It's all about figuring out the problems and then working. That's my job. And I'm letting Brad figure out the problems, and then I'm just being the athlete. I'm just working. That's what I'm doing at this point. And what Brad has come to the conclusion of, which makes perfect sense, is that we simply need more volume. Like at this point, we know intensity is not the issue. We know it's not a problem. We know it's no problem with my accessories and how hard I'm pushing. I'm the strongest that I've ever been on all my accessories. Like it doesn't matter what we're talking about. Belt squat, leg press, weighted dips, freaking bicep curls. I am the strongest that I've ever been on all my accessories. So we know it's not the problem. But it's simply the fact that we think we need more overall volume. And it makes sense, right? Because if we go back to 2021, when I did, in a sense, feel like my strongest, or like I was, had a lot of momentum, I was still squatting 3 days a week. I was pushing my volume pretty well, pushing the intensity fairly well. And then with bench, I was benching 5 days a week. So what we determined was the way we adjusted the secondary day was appropriate, making it more intensity focused. That's appropriate. No issues with that. But when we dropped the third day, so we moved the secondary day closer to the primary, even though it gave me that temporary boost, I fizzled out too quickly because I still need that extra volume from that third day. So what we have decided to do now is take that secondary squat day that was on Wednesday, put it back on the Tuesday where it was originally, right? But keep the current setup where it's like a top single or top double. And then instead of having just a 2x5, I have a 3x5 to get some extra volume in there, right? And still be able to push those back downs decently hard. Then my tertiary day, what we now have for the first time ever, is a priming single to help bridge the gap between the secondary intensity and the primary day. So I can hold on to that intensity from the secondary day, since the secondary day is now further away from the primary day. So on Thursday, I come in, I hit a priming single, which I did 429 pounds, so nothing crazy. And then after that, I have 3x4 SSB, since that doesn't beat me up, it still lets me get in that additional volume. So that's what we're doing as far as the squat. That's the current layout. So I hit 463 pounds for my secondary day single, and then I hit 429 pounds for my tertiary day single, and then I had the SSB after that, chilling. For bench, we simply brought that fifth day back in. We took it out a while ago, hoping that with the closer grip, pinky on the ring, and really pushing the accessories, that would be enough to bridge the gap. But my bench was at its strongest. I hit that 391 training on 5 days a week. We got to bring in the fifth day. So the current fifth day setup is Saturday, still the usual, single, then some moderately heavy back downs. Monday is still just the build up ascending sets, 3x7. Tuesday, on the secondary squat and deadlift day, we now just have an easy 2 count 3x4 to kind of just get some additional volume in there, right? Then Wednesday is like my secondary intensity day. Like my day 4 is like my secondary intensity day where I have like my top bench double, and then I'll have like my 3x6 back downs after that. Thursday, I don't bench on Thursdays anymore. That was my priming bench session, but now it's just the squats. And we moved that priming session, which is on my 5th bench day of the week, to Friday, where I still have my long pause and then some really easy light back downs after that. So my priming bench session is now the day before my primary bench day. And we're going to see how that goes. So far this week, I've been feeling really good. And we're just going to see how things go tomorrow. That's it. Like, I know this was where we at. 8 minutes, 34 seconds. All right, not quite 5 minutes, but hey, I had to give you guys a couple little bit of information. But the point is, we're just gonna see how things go tomorrow. My goal tomorrow is not to hit anything crazy, right? The highest exertion push, as far as like objective lows to push, was last block, even the way I wanted to. So we're sticking to the plan where the goal is to come in here and just hit enough to set me up for the meet. All I need is to feel good with the lows that I take and to feel better than last week. That will let me know that, okay, we're on the right track. And then that way, next block, we'll have those 3 weeks to build in. We will land the week 4, and we'll show up and show out. So we're going to see how things go tomorrow. It should be interesting. I'll be training a little bit earlier in the day. It'll be like, I'm going to be training like at 9 a.m. instead of like my usual time around like noon or 1, just because Michael and Jess's wedding is tomorrow. So it's going to be like me, Michael, Mark, Ashton, Future, a bunch of us are going to be there early at the gym, getting it knocked out before Michael's wedding in the evening. So it should be a good time. But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. And Mark's also going to be here. He's also in the wedding. So y'all get ready for this nice transition from this quality to that Sir Mark's a lot, that Mark Harris visual quality. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I will see you guys tomorrow.
Woke up in the club and I drip like Yes, big thing.
Put a lot of money on the floor. Mama bitch a rodeo, but I should run a throat. Drop top bitch, parked at the corner store. Gotta have a bag just to look like this. Shit look like glass on my wrist. We was moving bags with gas in the trenches.
Money gets a drip like this. Big in the south, so we gon' piss some people off. We gon' figure it out.
Spirit cracked, heart broke, my lowers on modesty, decay in my quality, decreasing my
When my cousin should've never let me watch. The nigga out body. Yeah. Niggas out in the field acting like they on their side. I swear.
Drive, boy. Come on. Come on, boy. Drive.
I've grown about me training. You sign all the deals, but ain't got what I got. My job, you sign all the deals, but ain't got what I got. In that truck, watch it block,
She doesn't pass me, you can keep it in your past. My bitch probably wanna say that. Good drill, turn into a sad. This back, yeah, I'm already past. We can't go and imagine she running low. She keeping the chance. We really out here doing that. Boy, you see me in that. She just started and I'm making like that. I ain't even look. I can keep it the flash. I be giving the road. You know how I do when I get in. Always fucking with bitches, ain't buying no clothes. Only some clothes and make me some songs. That shit I heard, she coming with so. You fucking the dope shit. I'm on that back when I see that shit. Ain't going broke, I'm just back on my own shit. I'm taking drugs, I don't know how to cope. And I know one thing, I'm never gonna be home.
Routine.
I just looked at my wrist, I got time today. Fuck it, I'm crossing the line today. Love you fake. 8 figures a year, what it cost me to live. Don't hold it, just say what you feel, but watch your mouth before I fly to big work to a place that you ain't gonna see.
Before you get in here, rather than after you.
There you go.
If you catch my drift.
Yeah. There you go. All that literally is out of your system.
Yeah. No bathroom trips today.
You use the bathroom?
Bathroom?
Hey man, welcome aboard. Welcome
Howdy.
welcome afloat.
Yeah, can I get a number 2 with no pickles?
No pickles, you want bun?
Yeah.
Alright, bet. Thanks man, that'll be $4.50.
You already know where I was at.
Yeah, I know what horsepower. Ramp up the engine a little bit. Get the acceleration a little bit. Ramp up the engine. Let's go, sir. Come on. Yes, sir. Come on. Let's go. Yep. Come on! sir.
Yeah. Come on, Josh. Oh, yeah. Oh, give up.
Go.
Yeah. Come on. There you go. Come on now. Come on now. Get tight. Up. Yeah. Nice. There you go.
We'll take that. We'll take that. Still light work, baby.
Work.
Still light work. Come on.
Come on.
Easy.
Now.
Yes, sir. Come on.
Ah.
You got it. Let's go. Atta boy. Come on.
Routine. Yeah, yes, sir. Too easy.
They'll be more dead cause I'm a pro.
Here we go.
I got to keep my belly right beneath me. When I be doing my
let's go.
won't they tell me out my street. But in my hood, they hollering yes sir. Don't
Go.
have neighbors, they hit the pipe and never let go what I feel. For the lights I can never give.
Yes, sir.
Then we get to the red defeat.
Let's go.
Remember when we randy. Remember at the party when we served them niggas dandy. They know not to test us.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Try me. Just be when they drop on my beretta. Ride me. One is it.
Yo. Bitch.
Side, cause they locking. Mama said live up to my name, but they jogging. They gon' try, go and take your face for the profit. They gon' lie, they gon' slip and slide, get beside you. They gon' try, we don't have it deep, never rising. In the trees with the bad bees, I'm rising. In kitchen Z's, every minute we don't want desire. Said they saw us, they know that I ain't buying.
Got a whooping, but you still ain't learned your lesson, huh? Pussy hard-headed, you won't end up on the stretcher, huh? Pussy, oh, you usher now, you giving out confession, huh? Pussy, on the blouse like these hoes, oh, you messing.
Come on now.
Put a Louis logo on my switch. I know Virgil probably looking down like that is still back on that shit. Back inside the club with my bitch. Playing freestyle shit, I'm trying to serve. Niggas say you awesome,
get locked.
don't do shit. Only person believe that you a killer is your bitch. Making diss songs, nigga died about the diss. If I see my ops while I'm in cuffs, then I'ma spit.
Oh, yeah. Come on.
Come on. Get locked.
You ain't heard my music while you
Let's go, control.
Yeah.
When it hit, he ain't slaughter gang, then he ain't official. When that chopper sang, you really think it ain't no issue. Or spent $500,000 on this missile. It's gonna be a hearse, not a verse if I dish you.
Alright guys, so Brad and I already decided a week ago with the changes that we made, all I need to be able to do is come in today and hit 240 with confidence and have it feel and move better than 230 last week. And that's what happened. With, mind you, 1 week. So 1 week of the proper volume dosage, and I was able to feel that much better. And I still have 4 weeks, like the rest of this block, and then 3 weeks building into the meet. I'm gonna be good. Like, my control, my leg drive, my back tightness, everything felt worlds better. Like I said, I've never had a week 3 feel worse than week 2 ever. So to be able to bounce back from that to this is excellent. Even my back downs, I hit like 396 for my back downs last week and felt awful, felt hesitant, hitting 413 a day, and it's moving. Like, this is what I needed. And even just like the physical feeling I get when I'm more primed and on was still there today, despite only having 1 week of the adjustment. So I'm gonna be set to squat what I need to at the meet. I feel very, very confident in saying that. And like I said, even if there's anything in the back of my mind, like, oh, but what if this, what if that, it doesn't matter anymore. Like, there's a time to vent and get things off your chest, and there's a time to lock in and just work, and that's what I'm doing, man. Like, everybody in here is locked in and working. The energy's high today, you know what I'm saying? Michael Jackson getting married today.
So we gotta be hyped for the squats, the bench, the deadlift, the I do, the dance form. You already know what me and Mark gonna be doing, man. Don't, like those of y'all who follow on the gram, y'all already know what we're gonna be doing. So I'm in a really good headspace. I got a couple more back downs here. I'm gonna knock those out. And then I'll talk to you guys on bench press. Oh, it's casual. Yes, sir. Come on now. RPE do rag. Oh yeah, nice. Boy, Marcella said it's casual, but I say no sex. Tonight, after tonight, it's holy. It's holy, brother.
Magic Mike. Hey, don't be surprised if my deadlift starts taking off out of nowhere.
Oh, I'ma know, bro. You get all that extra lockout practice, boy. I already know. I already know. I won't be surprised.
Water cut successful.
Yo, what's up, my brother?
Come on.
Man, just one Peter, one Peter.
Lock in, come on. It's in your back.
All roads going on
I'll stay if you need to. Oh yeah. Come on. Hey, let's go. Work on it. That's you. Come on now. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yeah! Take it.
Portion favors the bolt.
Drop every time I see him, he's stressing. Talking about niggas don't fuck with him. He's feeling depression, and I know he's so bitter he can't see his own blessings. Goddamn, nigga, you too blind to see you got fans, nigga. And a platform, and niggas classic rap song and change a nigga's life. But you too anxious in the light. Always worried about the critics who ain't never fucking did it. I write what's in my heart, don't give a fuck who fucking with it. But in a sense, I can relate. The need to be praised turns into an obsession and keeps a nigga up late writing words. Hoping people observe the dedication that stirs in you constantly. But the discs get blurred. I do it for the love of the music, others than more than me. Do it for the I count. You think the lead, no, we can't sing. So I need the piece by two or two together. Got no weather. I have to find something to do that's a bet. I just a so shut up, man. Nothing's about you, shot it, something I got to go. If it ain't real, ain't why. I'm like, I said, what the things that, but I said, my way, I'm fucking just got yeah, never pimping, never slipping. That's how it is.
Nice. Oh, boy.
Put your muscle like a kid. Cucumber will make a trip. You jump on it, hit a spin.
This up like this, somebody might need to grab it.
Yeah, there you go. Nice. Calm down. Calm.
Man.
Bad baby.
Pop was like Jesus, now I wrote the Bible. And what you just heard to tell a glorious sin. No, I be my mentor, and story. You can't go.
All right, come on. Drive it. Let's go.
Set up the future for my ass, this shit ain't cheap. It's a dirty, bitch on me, you better not. Shot of your deep, shot of your
Keep rolling, bro. Keep rolling. Let me talk to the people real quick. So hold on. There we go. So I'm very happy with bench overall. I felt way better than last week. Last one was 155, 341. And since I already went for the 396 last block and didn't quite lock it out, I'm like, I don't need to push crazy. It's the same concept for all three lifts. Hit just enough to set myself up. I'm like, let's go for 170, see how it feels. Felt great in my hands, but there's two things. One, on the way down, you guys can see my left arm started shaking a little bit. And I think it's this thing where, like, so I've gone back and forth between wrist wraps, no wrist wraps on bench. And even though it makes it feel like, oh, I can get this like good extension as I'm setting up, it's almost like this pseudo extension and tightness, because once I start coming down, I feel it wanting to make my wrist go a little bit more forward. And I played with having the wrap looser to kind of go against that. But then at that point, it's like, for me, it's just better go like without the wrap. So I did that for my first back down with 308, which, mind you, last week, I hit like 297 for the first back instead of 4. Felt awful. I had to scale 286. This time, I hit my first with 308. Felt much better. I mean, the last 2x4 with 297. And it's feeling really, really good overall. So I think for me, I can extend the wrist, and I can know that the position I'm in, I can actually maintain that. It's not like a sense of pseudo tightness of like, oh, this wrap so well to where I feel like I have all the tension on the bar that I don't truly have as far as applying it appropriately. So that's what we're doing. Just gonna stick with that. I'm also just still getting used to having fight. Anytime I increase volume, frequency, intensity, anything on bench, it's like a lull period where I have to acclimate, and then it shoots back up. So between that and this, the fatigue I'm under from like the dips, and then especially since this past we started doing like pause dips, it's just completely different. Like, for understanding of how different it is, I'll probably have a clip pop up on the screen, but just so you guys may or may not recall, my best set of 5 weighted dips is 215 pounds. That's not counting my body weight, just 215 pounds added, 225 for a set of 3, and then last week I hit 135 pounds for a PR set of 12. I decided, let's see how pause sets of 12s feel. Get a little more challenge out of it. Scaled the weight down to 90 pounds, thinking, oh, this would be nothing. I got it for a 3x9. So it's like, that just shows the fatigue I'm under. And that's what's cool about this closer bench. I know when I pull back the fatigue, the bench just shoots through and shows up. So I'm not even tripping over that at all. Squat felt great. That was the main thing. Getting through the bench back downs. As long as my deadlift moves as it should, I'm happy.
Wait, are you one over there or here?
I feel like the reason why we're going to need to switch is because strength is good.
I had to pat it to Rich and Millie, but to really AP in the skeleton.
All right, guys, so 270 kg, 595 pounds successfully hit. My range was 270 to 277. I came in already being like, I'm hitting the low end, that's all I need. Keep in mind, I failed that last block because it was on the week before we decided to switch things last minute, where we had the primary deadlift day on the week before, go to my secondary day, so on Wednesday, just to see if I would feel better as far as not being so fatigued from my highest exertion squat. But due to the 562-pound squats, the 2 attempts that I failed, I just wasn't recovering even by that Wednesday, and anything I felt worse because my cumulative fatigue was just higher by that point. So we know to just keep everything together for the primary days, as we always have. And that was, I mean, that's the heaviest I pulled since my meet in January, where I smoked that for a second attempt. But obviously, like you guys know, post to January meet, we had to do like a long 6-week block where we were really working on technique stuff. We pulled out my top sets, kind of pulling back for intensity. Then last block, tried to build things back up. Ended up hitting what was that? I think I hit like 573 on the week 3, but then couldn't even break 595 off the ground. So that's a really good spot to be in. And we're not changing anything programming-wise with deadlift. We already know for me, if my squat takes a hit, because I'm not doing enough for the squat, then I'm not doing enough for the deadlift, because so much of my volume for the deadlift comes from just pushing the squat. So honestly, I'm really, really happy with that. I'm about to knock out these back downs. I'm not going to show you guys the accessories today. It's going to be slight easy work because we're just in a rush to be able to get to the wedding. But I'm very happy with today. Like, even with the bench, I know the circumstance. I'm not remotely worried about the bench. I feel so confident it's going to show up big on meet day just because of how the closer grip tapers off for me and the fact that I'm, like I said, 5th day, pushing the dips, everything. So as I get acclimated over these next remaining 4 weeks, I'll be good on that. Plus, just going out the wrist wraps. Squats in a fantastic spot. It's only going to get better over the next few weeks. And I mean, deadlift always shows up meet day regardless. So I'm set up for where I need to be. But that's pretty much it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, go in the comment down below, let me know what you did. If not, leave a comment down below, let me know what can get better. Like the video, share, subscribe, keep it simple, specific, scientific. I'll catch you guys later.